Hello everyone, this is Azza from Team Raptor Gaming, here doing our first unboxing of a Dragons of Tarkir Fat Pack. The set was just released a few days ago, and this is the first chance I've had a time to sit down and dig into it. I played at the pre-release and did pretty good there, so I'm hoping that the luck that I had on card draw there transitions really well here. The first thing I noticed is this plastic is a lot harder to take off. So I think there were complaints about the plastic ripping too easily last time. To me, it's just plastic. I don't care. Um, so here's the pack. We'll take the cardboard out here. There's the player's guide that they put out with all of these, and then there's the I guess outer shell is actually a part of a poster. If you put this together with the Fate Reforged and Cons of Tarkir, it makes a full poster that you can hang on your wall or whatever. So let's get into the actual meat and potatoes. Cardboard out. So there's two deck boxes. They're pretty basic. Nothing exciting about this. But when you collect a lot of cards, it's nice to have a way to separate some of your half-made decks, I suppose. That's what I use these for. If I want to keep some cards kind of away from the rest. This box does not seem to be as well made. Alright. So we have our spin down die, which I think the spin down die from this set are just gorgeous. So I'm really happy about that. The other one I had was a Tarkir, which is my favorite Dragon Clan, but probably my least favorite die. The other important feature about Fat Packs is the land. My gaming group actually takes the land and uses it for pre-release sets that we play. We'll order a couple boxes of pre-release from random stuff on Mass Drop, and we use that to supplement so that we're not digging through our personal land libraries too much. So let's dig in here and see what we pull. Okay, gonna kind of just skim through here on the basic cards. This one I've been kind of seeing. It's Contradict, it's counter target spell, and draw a card. But the 5 mana cost is really brutal. I think if they would have gone 3 and a blue instead of 3 and 2 blue, this could be a really good card. As it is, I think it's a little on the weak side. Nothing else. Poor skeleton. Ooh. Hang on. Risen Executioner. I actually haven't seen this yet. It can't block. It's a 4/3 for 2 black, 2 colorless. Other zombie creatures you control get +1/+1. You can cast it from your graveyard if you pay 1 more to cast it for each other creature card in your graveyard. So, I mean, in a delve deck, I suppose you could delve everything out and then just cast this back for cheap. So that's a really strong card. I can definitely see why that's I could see that getting a lot of play. I haven't heard a lot about it though. Maybe I'm just not in the right circles to hear about Sultai cards, but so pack number 2. This Grave Purge, it seems a little weird, but I suppose if you're running a lot of Siddices and maybe you've lost a couple of them, this would be a good way to get them back. That's Dragon Fodder. Definitely need that for my token deck that I'm working on. Nothing interesting here. Oh, that's nice. Surrak the Hunt Caller. Beginning of your combat on your turn, if creatures you control have power 8 or greater, target creature you control gains haste until end of turn. So, I mean, he can trigger himself. I think that's really good. Definitely, I've been told that this probably should go into my monsters deck. I really like the other Surrak. So we will see. I'll have to playtest both of them. But it's going to be hard to get Surrak Dragonclaw out of that deck. So this takes us to the next pack. This could be really good. I don't know. Like, because I play so much teamer strategies, the idea of having creatures that are power 2 or less is just like, okay, you killed a mana dork. You haven't actually hurt me in any way, so maybe. Gate Smasher, Savage Mantmaw. That's a cool card. A lot of these I know are going into teamer decks. Basically, when it attacks, you get to add essentially its mana cost to your mana pool, and it doesn't empty as you change from different phases. So you can come out of combat phase with all that mana and cast something else. Silumgar's Command, and we have our first foil. Yes. Sight of the Scale Lords. The beginning of combat on your turn. Creatures you control with toughness 4 or greater get +2/+2 and gain vigilance. That's cool, actually. I've not heard of that card. I can't imagine it going into a main board for anything, but maybe a sideboard if I'm against another teamer deck. That could be useful. Silumgar's Command, counter target, non-creature spell. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Target creature gets -3, -3. Destroy target planeswalker. That could be useful if you're, I don't know, 5 mana. So yeah, 5 mana, 3 blue, or 3 colorless, a blue and a black. That is a lot for a command when, like, Utatai's command is like what, 3/2. I don't think it's worth. But on to the next pack. Mind Rot. It has its uses, I guess. I played a lot of Kindled Fury in the pre-release, and it went really well for me. So I think I don't know, if you're doing like a red aggro deck, that could be decent. Nothing. Spider Silk Net. I don't particularly like. To me, artifacts. I haven't been playing too long, but to me, artifacts and equipment just are kind of meh. But Ultimate Price. I know that some control decks are running ultimate price because a lot of the really good standard cards are not multicolored. Some are, but it's a good way if you know your opponent's running a lot of monocolored. It's a good sideboard card. We have Silumgar Assassin. Creatures with power greater than Silumgar Assassin's power can't block it. So, I don't know. It for one toughness, like I don't know. The face up option is nice. It could be good. I honestly think Ultimate Price is the better card in this poll, but I mean, what do I know? I'm just a dude playing Magic. Really kind of disappointed at what we pulled so far. Hopefully it picks up here. Stormreach Brawler, I feel, is a a really solid Mardu card. The dash for 2 is really nice. Playing it on turn 2, and it doesn't. It trades and lives, or I guess that would mean it doesn't trade. It kills a morph and lives through it. So that's really useful to me. I don't know. Oh, it's the turtle. R.I.P. Turtle. You'll be back. Don't worry. I was running a lot of the Tarka's Berserker. If you're running Tamir, it's not hard to get formidable, like by turn 3. Nor is it very hard to have 5 mana by turn 3. So you could do a lot with him. Naturalize, I think that card is in like every set. So everyone's been talking about Duress, non-creature, non-land. That's basically, so my girlfriend already runs Despise. I can only imagine how much I would hate her if she started running Duress and Despise. So I'm just not even going to tell her about that card. There's another Ventmaw. It's a good card. Arishan Sovereign. When it dies, you may put it on top or bottom of its owner's library. Well, I suppose. I wouldn't play it. I mean, when you get right down to it, that's an Abzan card, and Abzan doesn't ramp the same way Tamir does, in my mind. So, casting that card multiple times just seems like it seems like you would have better things to do. I mean, I just don't feel that that's where Abzan wants to go, and I can't imagine any other kind of deck wanting that card necessarily. So, Mind Rot, Kindled Fury. This 4/1 with Reach is well, I guess it doesn't have Reach unless you put a 1/1 counter on it, which is obviously very easy if you're running Bolster. This would be the first thing that you would bolster. So, I suppose. Nothing terribly useful. This, I don't even know. 4/4 colorless 6 with flying, like it could be okay, I guess. I wouldn't use it. So this is essentially Skywise Teachings is essentially a stronger version, but more costly, of Goblin Slide. I feel like this could be a good sideboard card in a tokens deck, but until I playtest it, I just don't know. That is a really high cost to bring it out. But I mean, if your mana's not going for something else, why not? Boltwing Marauder. I've not heard of this one either. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gains +2/+0. I mean, that could be cool, I guess. If you have a way to deliver one creature across the battlefield without it getting blocked, doing something that would generate some tokens or whatever, you could do a kill shot, I suppose. Other than that, I'm not exactly sure how useful that would be. It's a 5/4 dragon for 5, so that's not as bad as some of the other ones we've seen, but I'm not much of a Mardu player anyway, so what do I know? Maybe I'm completely wrong. Loose Calm was situationally really good and limited. Sheltered Airy, so I feel like this could be good, and as Sylvan Caryatid is coming out of Standard, this could be a decent idea to replace the ramp. Just have to see what other people think about it. Play it a few times. There's Pacifism. Nothing exciting. Herd Chaser Dragon. I don't know. That's a very high cost for what it does to me. Scale Blessing. Bolster 1. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature. I mean, situationally, if you're at late game and everything's got +1/+1 counters on it because you're Abzan and you're a dickhead like that, that could be good. Storm Rider Rig. Yay. Whatever. Secure the Waste. So, that's really good. I feel that this is kind of a bomb in a token deck. If I'm not doing anything else in a turn, I can play this on my opponent's end step and have 4 or 5 warriors coming out in the next turn that I can attack with. So that's nice. We got our next foil. Come on. Which is a Dragon Hunter. It has protection from dragons, and it can block dragons as though it has reach. It is a 2/1. I mean, that's a cool card, actually. I was pretty impressed with it when it first got spoiled. It's situational. We'll have to wait and see how many dragon decks there are, because everyone wants to build one, but I don't know if they are necessarily going to pan out in Standard, so we will have to see. So there's that Dead Goblin, Dragon Fodder. Nothing terribly interesting. Okay, so it's Ujatai's Command is a 4. Still, I feel like Ujatai's Command is much better than Silumgar's Command. You can counter a target creature, you can draw a card, you can return a creature card with mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, which there's a lot of options for that. I think Ujatai's Command is a great card. Definitely going into my token deck. That one didn't open right. Oh, R.I.P. Turtle. Wandering Turtle Shell. Tomb Cell. Dramoka Warrior. Coat with Venom. Nothing. So I didn't notice this. I actually saw it on the Mana Sources page that the art is a little bit different on the Yeti, and the flavor text is just a hair different. So, I mean, that was interesting. I guess it's still kind of a dumb creature that I don't feel is worth its mana cost, but so I don't like this card. I know other people were playing it in the pre-release. I was not a fan, so that's just my 2 cents. There's a Tarka's command. So, a Tarka's command is the one I was thinking of that's really cheap. Your opponents can't gain life. It deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Creatures you control are a +1/+1 and gain reach till the end of the turn. This could be good if you're trying to ramp. It gives you the extra land. Other than that, it's like a lightning bolt strike, whichever one's the 2-cost one that does 3 damage. You can do this to your opponent as a burn spell if you have the green, and then still put an extra land card in, do something with your creatures, make it so they can't gain life. There's silly things you can do with it, but that is the whole kit and caboodle. So I'll pull the good ones here. Nothing terribly impressive. Kind of disappointing, actually. I definitely don't feel that was worth the money that went into it. So, yeah, that is all from our first unboxing. Thank you.